Welcome to the lecture series of finite element analysis. This is Dr. Manoj Kumbhalkar. In the today's lecture, we are going to conduct a stress and deflection analysis of any machine component in the FEA software. So, in the today's practical, we are going to conduct a stress and deflection analysis of concentric helical spring consisting of 3D elements using FEA software. So, the FEA software uses ANSYS. So, we directly move towards the software ANSYS. This is the project schematic of ANSYS workbench. Here we have already done some analysis, that is plate with hole, stress analysis of 1D bar element and model analysis of 1D bar element. So, for the analysis of concentric helical spring, so simply click on the static structural. Here is the static structural, simply click here and drag and drop in the project schematic. You can rename this, that is stress analysis of helical spring. Okay. So, as per the previous discussion in the previous lecture, there are total 6 steps in the ANSYS, and in the engineering data there is need to provide a material properties for the component for which you want to do the analysis, and by default a structural steel material is available for the analysis purpose. But if you want to add a new material, you can take that material from the library and add into the outline of the favorites. And if still the material is not available in the library, you can add here, just click here to add a new material. So, simply click on this, and if you want to add a material, I want to add the chromium vanadium, you can write any name here. So, I want to write chromium vanadium and simply enter. Okay. Now, here you can check the name is chromium vanadium, but the property is not available for the chromium vanadium, and there is a question mark in the name of chromium vanadium. So, you can check the properties in the left hand side. So, physical properties are density, isotropic secant coefficient, we require isotropic elasticity. So, just click on the linear elastic, just go to the isotropic elasticity, double click on this, the properties will come here. Okay. Simply click on the Young's modulus. I want to give the value of Young's modulus for the chromium vanadium in the unit of megapascal. So, it is 210 e to the power 3, that is 10 raised to power 3. Okay. And the Poisson's ratio is 0.28. This is the, it's 0.28. Okay. So, this is the material properties for the chromium vanadium. Now, you can check here, there is no question mark in the chromium vanadium. Okay. Now, you can move towards the project schematic, that is come back to the project again. Then go to the geometry, right click over this geometry and click on a new design modular geometry. So, now if you want to do the analysis of any machine component, so the geometry of the machine component will be critical. So, in that case you can model that geometry in the new space claim environment, or you can simply import that geometry in the design modeler. So, click on the file, just click on the import external geometry. Okay. So, you can import the external geometry in the IGS or STP format. So, those model you have prepared in the any modeling software, that is Creo, CATIA, SolidWorks, Solid Edge, you can save that file in the IGS or STP format and import it into the ANSYS. So, simply click on the generate, you can check here a concentric helical spring, that is compound helical spring will be there, and for the deformation of the spring, the plates at the bottom and upper surface are provided, because if you will not provide the plates, the deformation will be in the lateral direction. We want an axial deformation of the helical spring. Okay. So, the spring, if we check the front view, if we check the front view, there is gap between this inner spring and this plate. Okay. If you zoom it, you can zoom it. Yes, yes, there is a gap between this inner spring and that plate, and outer spring is completely just touch with the plate. Okay. So, in that case there is need to provide a gap element also. Okay. So, just close this new design modeler environment and right click on the model, that is nothing but a meshing in ANSYS, and click on the edit. Then you will move towards the analysis window. So, the helical spring is mostly used in the most of the machine components for the flexibility, for the suspension, okay, to absorb the vibrations. So, the spring is also used for the suspension in the two-wheelers, four-wheelers, railways. Okay. So, as per the study of design of machine element, the stresses mostly induced in the inner diameter of the helical spring. So, there is need to find out that stresses where it is induced in the finite element analysis. Okay. You can check, this is the helical spring, concentric helical spring. If we check again in the front view, or you can say it is a back view, you can check, this is the spring, inner suspension spring. Here total are 4 models. This is the outer spring, this is the plate, inner spring, just a minute. Okay, this is the inner spring, this is the bottom plate, and this is the upper plate. Okay, and there is gap between that plate and spring. Okay. Then check the material properties. You can check here, there are 2 materials are available in the materials. So, simply click on this geometry. This is the outer spring. I want to provide that material. It is by default structural steel. Just change that material to chromium vanadium. Okay. Again click on the second geometry, that is inner spring. Again change the material, that is assignment chromium vanadium. And for the plates, I want to keep it as it is, that is structural steel. Okay. So, this is the material properties. Now, you can check here, if you will import any assembly in the ANSYS, there is need to provide a contact element. Okay. So, that is nothing but the connections in ANSYS workbench. You can check here, by default ANSYS will take a connection where it is required. So, there is requirement of connection where it is, we will check. You can check contacts. First of all, the first contact region you can check. So, there is contact between the lower plate and the outer spring. Okay. You can check here that bottom surface of the spring, this bottom surface is linked with the bottom plate. Okay. So, this is the blue contact body is the red and target body is the blue. So, what is that contact and target? If you want to throw the ball towards the wall, so what is your target? So, target is the wall and contact is the ball. Okay. So, like this. So, second contact region is the again the helical spring and the outer spring and upper plate. Third one is what? Inner spring and lower plate. Okay. But there is no any contact between the inner spring and the upper plate, as there is gap between that plate. So, what will happen if we will not provide the contact between the surfaces? So, first of all, I want to do the analysis without providing the contact. So, you can check what will happen if the contact is not provided. So, simply click on the mesh, click on the generate mesh. So, automatic meshing will be there. In the automatic meshing, as per the complexity of the geometry, ANSYS will select hexaedral or tetrahedral element. So this is the and here it is selected as for the plate it is hexaedral, and for the helical spring it is tetrahedral, because the model has been provided with this square and grounded spring. So it is jointed here, okay, with the help of sweep command in the Creo. So I want to just again refine mesh. I want to do the increase the resolution 1 2 3 4. Okay, again go to the mesh, right click, generate mesh. The number of elements will increase. So this is the tetrahedral element for the helical spring and hexaedral element for the plate. So tetrahedral element is nothing but the solid 187, and hexaedral is solid 186. You can check the properties of this both the element in the help section. So you can check the status here: improving volume mesh, improving element, meshing faces, total 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, L1 is. Okay, the meshing has been completed. So this is the meshing. You can check now, it's a tetrahedral mesh. Okay, so this is the meshing. Then go to the static structural. I want to fix the lower surface. Okay, you can click on the face, just click on this lower face and simply fixed it. Okay, I just fixed the lower face and apply the force over the upper face, that is force. Check the direction, convert vector to component, and the direction is y direction. So I want to apply a force in the downward direction, that is minus 50,000 Newton. Okay, you can check the condition now. View front. Okay, so it is fixed at bottoming and force applied at the upper end. So we will check the result. First of all, only the deformation, and simply click on the solve. Preparing a mathematical model for this all elements. We can check the number of elements. Total number of elements are 48184, and the total number of nodes are 105707. So the ANSYS will building a mathematical model for the mathematical formulation at the back end and solving this. Okay, almost done. Writing result file. So it is completed. We can check the result. Okay, so the total deformation is 119.97, but there is problem with the analysis. You can check that as we have not provided a contact element between that inner spring and upper surface, therefore it is that spring is not connected with that upper surface, and it is show like this. So therefore you can check there is no deformation of the inner spring, there is only a deformation of the outer spring. Okay, so this is not a correct analysis. So therefore the contact element, whenever there is contact between the two bodies, so there is a need to provide a contact element, that is nothing but the gap element in the ANSYS. Okay, so I want to go to the connections again. Just click on the connections, go to the contacts, right click on the contacts, just insert manual contact region. Okay, insert manual contact region, you can insert here. Okay, so there are here we have to provide a contact element and target element. So first of all I want to do it on the back side. Okay, zoom it because it is on the inner side, just zoom that portion. Okay. Again want to move this one, yes, from this side, yes. So the target will be the spring. Okay, just select the face, that 1 and 2. Okay, that actually it is not required, but if there is in contact between this one, so it will also take. So I just select the two faces and apply. Okay, and the contact will be that upper face, and select this one and apply. So now we have provided a contact element between this one, and there are a contact types. So here you can check bonded, no separation, frictionless, rough, frictional. So bonded, it means it is just like a fixed, it is just like a welded. Okay. So by now here I just take it as a bonded because I don't know the properties of for all this one. If it is frictional, what will be the coefficient of friction? Okay. So just I will take it as bonded for the better understanding. So just again click on the solve. So we'll check that connection will solve the problem or solve the analysis or not, or is there any requirement for further any changes in the connection. Building mathematical model, preparing the mathematical model. Solving the mathematical model. Writing result file, it is almost complete. Just check the solution now. Yes, done. Again the same problem occur. Still it is bonded, we have given the bonded contact regions, the same problem will occur. We again go towards that connection that we have provided, that is bonded. Okay, just check here, there are lot of options. If your analysis will not work, all the options are program controlled by the ANSYS. You can check here the pinball region. So pinball region means what? If there is any gap between the two surfaces, you can fill it with the help of the radius. Okay, so it is provided just like a wall in between that surface. So if there is gap of 2 mm, I want to provide if I want to fill that gap with the help of 5 mm pinball. Okay, so that ball will also show here. This is not a ball, that one. Actually, it should appear at that gap. We can, if it is not appeared, then it is also okay, no problem. It is not appeared. Yes, it is available. We can check by zooming it. No, it does not appear. No problem. We can go to the analysis again. So we have provided a pinball radius, that is 5 mm. Try to solve again. Just click on the solve. We'll check the deformation again. Simply click on here. Building mathematical model again. Preparing the mathematical model. Hereafter it will solve this model and writing the result. Yes, it has been solved. Again, you can check the deformation. So this is the axial deformation of the concentric spring. Now both the spring are going to deform. Got it? We can check the front view. This is the front view of the spring. You can check the deformation of the spring. So it is expected in any machine component, the axial deformation of the spring. If it is concentric, if it is compound spring, then there should be a similar deformation of the spring, and the deformation of it is at 83.28 mm. So, hereafter if you want to find out the stresses, so in the helical spring the maximum shear stress is induced, also the maximum shear strain. Okay. If you want to again click on the solve, if you want to check the solution, you can check here. The shear stress induced is 1067, but I think it is at the corner edge. We can check maximum, yes, it is at the corner, therefore there is need to check what is the maximum stress. So you can check here the maximum stress induced at the inner diameter of the spring. Here you can check, and mostly if you apply the force from the upper side, the maximum stress induced at the bottom coils of the spring. Okay, you can check the stresses by just simply click on the probe, or you can directly right click on this, export this file, you will get a nodal solution. You can check. I just save this file to the desktop, and I can open that file if it is up here. I can open that file. Yes, this is the file. You can check. This is the nodal solution for all the nodes. You can plot the graph for that. Okay. So this is the analysis for the concentric helical spring. You can do again the further analysis over that spring also. Okay. So if you have any query regarding that one, if you have any query about the stress analysis of concentric helical spring, you can write in the comment box. If you satisfied with the video, click on the link. Also subscribe the channel for the more informative videos of the finite element analysis. So thank you very much.